Today I'm going to show you how to draw your very own cartoon character. And this time you can base it on someone you know. I'm going to base it on my sister. So the first thing we want to do is decide the shape of the person we're drawing. So for example, my sister's face is really round. So I'm going to draw a round face. And it's not long or really wide, so I'm going to draw it not that wide, but I'm going to draw it round. And still you need to make it a bit like believable and not like, if you've heard of caricatures, it's basically where you turn pictures or other things into really unrealistic looking things, but they look like cartoons. So there's her face. And then the next thing I want to do is draw the eyes. And my sister has glasses, so I'm going to draw her glasses too. So that's about where they are. And I'm just going to draw them super round. Maybe I want this one a bit bigger, so the middle one is, the middle bridge on the nose is a bit smaller. Or if your character has a big nose, then you can also make it more, like the lens is a bit smaller and the bridge a bit bigger if you want. So there. And then now I want to draw my eyes. And there are multiple ways that I can draw my eyes. So let me show you a few on the side. So one would be this way, where I draw a circle, and then I draw like other like half moons kind of in the middle, and then I color around. And that could be one. Or I can have this one where I draw a line, and then I draw kind of like an oval shape, but on the circle, so it's flat, or on the line, so it's flat from the bottom. And then I draw another oval in the middle, but this one shouldn't be flat from the bottom. And I draw this technique again in it. So I drew that, and then there. And maybe I want some eyelashes on the side. Or maybe I want some round eyes, and I can draw a bit of like a rosy texture here. And then I can draw another circle here, and then this here, and this here, and maybe a star here. So I can do multiple things with my eyes, but right now I'm just gonna take the simplest one, and I like that one for my sister's personality, so I'm just gonna take that one. So I draw a circle, and it should be kind of about as much as it would be in the glasses, but a bit bigger, so it looks more cartoon like. So there's my eyes, and just color around the half moons, and then I draw another circle, and then the moons, and then shade around them. And if I want, I can also draw the eyebrows, or if you don't want, then you can also not draw the eyebrows. And I'll draw them up above the glasses. If you want, you can also draw them under the glasses, kind of like around there, a bit smaller. But I want to draw them a bit bigger, so I put them above the glasses. Then the next step would be to draw the nose. So you can draw the nose like this. You can draw the nose like this, or you can even draw it like that. So there are multiple ways to do it, but I'm going to do this one. And then even when you're doing this, these are just the basic shapes, right? But you can make it more like the character's nose. So for example, if my sister has a rounder nose, I can make it more round. Or if she has a straighter nose, then I can make it more straight. But so that's just the 4 basic shapes, and then I can give it more personality. So I'm just gonna draw my sister's round nose right there. And then I'm just gonna draw her face, her mouth. So to do the mouth, I can draw either a smile, or I can draw another smile, but like with another curve under, so it looks like her mouth is open. And then another thing I can do is put a line beside it on this one or on this one. And then I can do this, like completely in the middle of her face. Or I can do this, like that, in the middle of her face. Or we can actually, we can also do this with different expressions. So this is all about smiling, but if I want a frowny face, then I can do the same thing, but with a frowny face, so a down curve on this. So let me just show you like that. And then like that, or like that. And that's turned more neutral, but can also just make it a bit more like that, so it looks a bit more sad. So I just want my sister to be happy right now, so I'll do this one. Then the next thing we want to do is add some color to the cheeks. Or if you don't want to add color to the cheeks, then that's also fine. But I'm just going to add some color. So the way you can do that is by drawing a circle and then shading it in. Or just drawing a circle without a shade in. Or drawing zigzags on the cheeks, like that. Like right close to the cheeks, like that. And then I want to do the hair now. So you can do it as your character is. And my sister has short hair that comes up to like her shoulders, and it's kind of straight. So I'll show you how, like on the side, how I'll draw it. So I'll do, so let's say this is her face. I'll draw it like a bit right there, and then like that. And then I'll just draw this here, like that. And then just draw it into like lines. And then on the top is kind of a tricky, but you just draw it around. And then you give it so even when you're drawing, like I'm doing it with lines, but you can also just completely shade it in. But I'm doing it with lines to give it some texture. So let's say you want it to go like this, like you want it to look like the actual hair, right? So you want it to go in the lines that would be in the actual hair. So that's a bit trickier, but I know you can do it. So just try to make it as best as you can with the texture that the character's hair that you're drawing, the person, try to draw it exactly like their hair would go. And to give it some more realisticness, but also cartoony, so we just make it come out of her head a bit, if you get what I mean. And that's good. And then I'll just draw it like that. And then I'll draw her neck, so it's easier for me to draw her hair around her shoulders. And that's kind of how you would draw a neck, or you can draw it like this if you want, depending on the shape of your character's neck. But let me just do it this way right now. And then I'll do her hair. And if you want, you can give it a bit more shape, like I added a bit more curves around there. You can do that if you want, or you can just make it completely straight. So I didn't make it completely straight from here. I gave it some more like texture. But if you want, you can make it completely straight like that. Now, to differentiate the bang from the actual hair, I'll just give a bit more color. And see how there's more hair here? I need to get that amount here too, right? So I just need to give the bang a bit more color so we can still see that it's there and not just the hair. So there's our hair, and now we do the tricky part of over the hair, over the head. So we just kind of make the shape of their head. So usually it would be round, but if it's a bit more square or if it's like kind of raised from here or something like that, then you can draw that in. But I just made it more normal right now. And then so the hair will go from here. See, like I showed you here, it goes like that, and then it goes from there. So there's like it changes directions right about here. So I'll draw that in right now. So there, and now I just completely changed directions, but kind of trying to blend it in too, so it doesn't look really, really different and it looks awkward, but it just blends into. And see, now we want to get it to blend into this part of the hair, so we kind of just make it a bit more longer here. And so now if you want to keep that messiness around the hair, you can, but I'm just going to erase it to make it a bit more clean. There. And if you want to, you can draw the shoulders, of course, like that. There. You just went from a blank paper to having your very own drawing of a person. Good job. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And for more videos like this one, please subscribe to our channel, Connections to Build and to Build Well.